the most advanced amusement park in the entire world. Why don't you all sit down?
Just one drop of blood contains billions of strands of DNA, the building blocks of life. 100 million years ago, there were mosquitoes, just like today. Sometimes, after biting a dinosaur, the mosquito would land on the branch of a tree and become fossilized. This is what we call amber. Using sophisticated techniques, Jurassic Park scientists extract the preserved blood from the mosquito, and now we can make a baby dinosaur.
G'day, Henry.
Oh, good day, sir. Perfect timing.
They imprint on the first creature they come in contact with. That's it.
Some kind of control you're attempting is, it's not possible. Listen, there's one thing the history of evolution has taught us. It's that life, finds a way.
What species is this?
It's a Velociraptor.
They're lethal at 8 months, and I do mean lethal. I've hunted most things that can hunt you, but the way these things move, 50, 60 miles per hour if they ever got out in the open. They remember.
Alright, let's feed these overgrown.
Lego Jurassic Park, or is it Lego Jurassic World? So this is going to be the Raptor Enclosure level of the first movie, so which is Jurassic Park. So basically the second level of the entire game out of 20. And I know I said in the first video that I would complain about the DNA guy in the second video, but the second video had so much walking through the overworld and a couple of cutscenes I didn't really want to bother with it. So I also wanted to say I'm not going to narrate the overworld parts because I think I think those are mostly self-explanatory, and I usually speed up some of them. So it's also a lot of fun just to wander the overworld, and if I were to show a video wandering it, that would take up probably a whole hour because there's a lot to do. So anyway, before I complain about DNA guy, you can use this also cowboy hat person to track things Captain Jack Sparrow style, and you can track to where you get to this gate, and then you have to follow the up, down, left, whatever sequences so you can open it up. And then you can use this guy with a stun stick, and then you can have him open up the truck, and then you can get a cow out of it. So the first point of this is to try to put the cow into the raptor pen, so now you can jump right onto the cow. As for the DNA guy, that thing is the worst tutorial of any Lego game, and I hate his voice. I hate how he tells me there's a dinosaur fact on every loading screen, and I have cut out all the loading screens, so you won't see it in this video, but if you play them, that stupid thing will tell you there's a dinosaur fact just down there, and he's just horrible. I hate that guy. And then I also hate that if you want help, you have to punch his DNA strand when it pops up, and then a whole other screen will show up on your screen telling you what to do, instead of just being text at the bottom of the screen like all the other good Lego games like Lego Star Wars. And even then, those only came up when you needed it. So I don't know what the heck they were thinking, but that is the one thing they could have done without in this game, because that DNA is relevant for about 20 seconds in a cartoon cutscene in the first movie, and by the second, third, and fourth movies, it's like, why is he still showing up on my loading screen? But I don't know, he's probably not that big of a deal, but I really did hate him.
What are they doing? Feeding them.
The essence of chaos.
Grandpa!
Kids!
We miss you!
These will be your transports for the afternoon.
The driver.
Oh, no drivers. They're electric. They run on this track in the middle of the roadway here. Spared no expense.
Welcome to Jurassic Park.
Still not clear on chaos.
The shorthand is the butterfly effect. A butterfly can flap its wings and be king. In Central Park, you get rain instead of sunshine. Look at this. See? I'm right again. Nobody could have predicted that Dr. Grant would suddenly jump out of a moving vehicle.
Alan?
Don't be scared. Come on, it's okay. She's sick.
I have to insist that we get moving.
You know, if it's all right, I'd like to stay with Dr. Harding and finish up with the trike.
Sure. Seems to happen about every 6 weeks or so.
I'd have to see the dinosaurs dropping.
Now, as with pretty much every single recent LEGO game, every time you come to a new section of the level, you get a checkpoint, and you also get a save spot. This one is over there to the left. You want to use that save spot because, for me, if I didn't, I'd have had to have redone a ton of levels over and over because the game just would not stop crashing. Anyway, the DNA guy is now off my complaint list. Just know that I hate that stupid thing. And also, for this part, you have to use the woman to go into the dinosaur crap, and you also have to use her to water plants. The other guy can do a couple of things that I'm sure will become relevant here soon. He has a gun which you can use to shoot targets, so that's always useful. But anyway, there's going to be 3 major piles of crap that you need to jump in, and you need to get 3 food things from the piles. So there's like an ice cream cone, I think there's a carrot, and you have to give those to the dinosaur. Now, at first, my brother, for some reason, he's playing as the woman right now, he didn't give them to the dinosaur, so we went around and we picked them all up, but then he just kind of dropped them. So eventually we do give it to the dinosaur, but you'll see the video jump a couple of times, and that's because I cut out us walking back and forth to get the dinosaur food. So there's a couple of things that you can't do right from the beginning, and that's also those dark tunnels. We ran into one of those on the first level, and those dark tunnels, and also this kind of brick here. Actually, we'll be able to destroy that brick in a minute. Anyway, those dark tunnels, you need somebody who can see in the light, so that's either a torch or I think sometimes kind of a flare, maybe even a stun gun, and also night vision goggles, which you'll get to use later. But it's kind of reminds me of other LEGO games where you need, you know, some guy to see into the dark area. And besides, like, there's not really a whole lot of new LEGO mechanics in this game, and there hasn't really been for the last 5 or so LEGO games anyway, but I always kind of expect something sort of new that I haven't seen before, and I guess besides jumping into dinosaur crap, everything else is almost the same. And watering this plant, I guess that's pretty cool. So anyway, on top of this tree will be the apple, and hopefully the third and final piece of food. So you just need to hit the tree and the apple should fall off, and then you can pick it up, and you'll notice that arrow will point you in the direction of the dinosaur. So you just need to come here and feed it to him. So you do need the carrot and also the ice cream cone. So I went back, or my brother went back and got the carrot, which was over to the left. And then, since you can't get close enough to the pile of crap as the guy, you still have to use the woman to go get the ice cream cone. So that's what my brother did. He went up, got it, and then gave it back to the Triceratops. So now you're going to actually get to play as the Triceratops, and this is actually pretty fun, and probably a couple of my friends are telling me this was the main reason they wanted this game. So if you want to play as a LEGO dinosaur, this is probably the only game for you. And it reminded me of this LEGO game. Also, first off, the game crashed, which is why it cut right there, but anyway, first off, if you go up to a place like this and you can break it, if you push and hold X, it'll smash open. And as I was saying, this reminded me of a LEGO game on the LEGO website back probably 7 years ago, where you would drive around in a Jeep and you'd have to shoot dinosaurs in the city, and I remember it being extremely difficult, almost over the top difficult for some kind of kids flash game, but man was it fun. Okay, so then you'll want to use the Triceratops to bust down the tree, and for some reason you can't balance on it unless you build the initial sort of balancing entrance. So you should recognize these trees from previous LEGO games, and if you hate them as much as my brother does, then you already know everything about them. It's just kind of, it's annoying trying to get locked onto those stupid spots, but when you finally do, just walk on over, and then you're going to need to make this tree so you can get the Triceratops over, and you'll need him to bust open something else. And hopefully he doesn't break the branches, or I guess these are vines, and luckily his fat body did not. And then you can walk over here, and there's another tree you'll need to bust open with your horns. And I'm avoiding those rocks just for the sake of time savings. I may get that one over there, but if you're playing this, I'm assuming you're not going to be recording it, or if you are, then good for you. Destroy the rocks too, because then you could give people something to see that I didn't do. But yeah, the point is I'm avoiding them just to save a little bit of time, and if you bust them open, I think you just get studs and maybe some mini kit stuff, so try to do that. Then when you're in here, you want to use the guy's gun to target onto the ladder, and as you noticed, my brother and I switched to the fixed split screen now instead of dynamic, and that's because the dynamic one kept spinning and spinning and spinning and spinning, and I think I cut that part out, so that was really obnoxious. Oh nope, we're not. Okay, we're still on we're still on dynamic. Okay, we haven't switched it yet, but I complained about that in the last video anyway, or the first video. Okay, so come up here to the right, jump on top of the crates, and you'll want to push that down. Then you can build this lever, and as with all of these levers, push it on the green side, and then you can turn it. And turning these is a lot easier than it has been in recent LEGO memory. I've always had bad experiences with these. And then you'll get access to another pile of dung that you can jump in. And this is where the split screen kind of starts to get a little bit screwy. So why is it even changing there? Okay, now you'll get a lever, and you'll get a couple of levers in this game that you need to use, and you can put it into this part and start turning it. And you use the left control stick or whatever it tells you to use to move it in circles, and once you do it enough, the gate should open. So about now, I think, pretty sure my brother and I switched to the forced stable split screen, which is just straight down the middle, because it was, even then, it was spinning so much. It's so annoying. I don't know why it's so bad in this game. Anyway, use the Triceratops, and then you'll just want to walk on into here, and that'll be it for this level.
I told you how many times we needed locking mechanisms on the vehicle doors.
Item 151 on today's glitch list. We have all the problems of a major theme park and a major zoo when the computers aren't even on their feet yet.
Dennis, our lives are in your hands and you have butterfingers?
I'm totally unappreciated in my time. You know anybody who can network 8 connection machines and debug 2 million lines of code for what I bid for this job?
Quiet, all of you. We're approaching the Tyrannosaur paddock.
Remember, viable embryos. They're no use to us if they don't survive. 1.5 million if you get all 15 species off the island.
7 o'clock, the stock.